Okay, please let me know if you can hear me. If you can hear me, say yeah, yeah. Say yeah, yeah. Yes, thank you. I see that somebody is already live. Uh, can you allow me know if you are, if you can see me? Please let me know. Yes, my light is just on. Yes, yes, yes. Okay, so good evening, everybody. Please let me know if you can hear me. Okay, she's fine. Aditayo, please, can you go live immediately so that I'll be sure that, can you join me so that I'll be sure that people can hear me? Okay, please let me know if you can hear me. Yes, ma, we can hear you. Oh, thank you. Oh, thank you. I wasn't seeing that. Okay, so let's start. I'm glad. I'm glad you can hear me. All right, so yes, good evening. It's relationship mentoring. So again, and I'm so glad. Last we are live after uh many attempts. Okay, so Aditya, thank you. I've been able to know that I'm live now, so you can please. Okay, sorry for the testing. All right, so tonight we are considering emotional uh, healing, and we are looking at conflict management in that regards. Okay, conflict management and emotional healing. Uh, Aditya, help me with my glasses. Okay, so I'm so yes, so thank you for saying I'm pretty. Ah, I should lose some weight, Mr. Henry. Okay, oh, didn't I just put to bed? You don't want my baby to eat. If I lose some weight now, are you sure it is going to be a good one for the baby? So for now, let's just uh, take it cool. So because of the baby. Ah, yes. Thank you very much. Okay, so don't let me lose weight for now. Let's just be enjoying the whole stuff now. So enjoying the shape now. Yes, I tell you. Even me, I know, so I get life. Okay, so let's get to business. This light is too close to me. Is there a way we can adjust it? Hey, thank you, Mama Banky. Oh, thank you. I like all these compliments. So it's just, at least I'm settling down well. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Okay, so let's go to business very fast so that we can have enough time for question and answer. Okay, so yes, Domi Bell, welcome. I'm glad to see you this month again. I give a hope to you. Okay, so yes, so let's get to business, conflict management and emotional healing. Let me start this way. How many times Have you experienced something like this before? Somebody offended you, and the person said sorry, and eventually maybe they did something similar, and you don't have a choice than to refer to what they've done, uh, maybe sometimes ago. Let me say probably your spouse. Okay, for instance, your spouse or a colleague or someone very close to you does something uh, to you, and of course you don't like it. Remember last 2 months we said that the emotional response you get when anybody hurts you or when anybody do anything that you are not comfortable with to you is called anger. Anger is the emotional response you get when you are hurt, when you are treated unfairly. And last month we began by saying that emotions are part of us, is part of living. As long as we begin to live, as long as we continue to 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 live, okay? As long as we continue to live, the truth is that we are going to get emotional here because emotion is part of our living, is part of day-to-day activities, okay? So, and we said that emotion itself is not negative at all. Somebody is asking if I'm not blind. Okay, I'm not blind though. I'm not blind though. Okay, so thank you very much. Right. So yes, thank you for helping me to delete that comment at Bookie. I really appreciate that. All right. So moving very fast. Yes, we actually talked about that last month. We set the ball rolling by saying that emotion is part of us and it's quite all right to get emotional. And I said, when people say to you, oh, you're so emotional. The truth is, I don't know what they expect you to be. You are human, so you should be emotional, okay? However, emotion has to be managed, okay? Emotions has to be managed. It has to be put under control. It has to happen in such a way that we are in the control of our emotion and not the other way around. Okay. So, and when this happens, when we are in control of our emotions, that way we're becoming emotional intelligent. And when we are also emotionally sensitive to the need of others, that way we are becoming emotional intelligent. However, I was gisting the other time. Uh, has somebody ever offended you in a way that hurt you? So, I mean, in a very different way. And this person tells you, sorry. But eventually you just discover that even though this person has apologized, this person has told you how sorry he or she is, probably as a friend or as a spouse or probably as a colleague, you just still discover that the hurt is there. Even though the conflict seems to be resolved, you and this person are still in good time, but you just discover that, you still have that pain in your heart, even though the conflict is no longer there. And if you have ever had such a feeling before, then this particular meeting is for you. You are in the right place. And that also shows that you are human. Yes, that also shows that you are human. All right. So please don't forget to keep helping to like this video. Please, if you are online with me at the moment, please like the video. Not just like, we have 3 likes right now. Thank you very much. And we have 5 persons watching. So meaning that we have 2 persons who have not liked. Please like the video. All right. And don't just like, please help me to share to your spouse. Don't watch alone. To your spouse, to your friends, to your colleagues. Just give it to everybody. Everybody needs to learn these skills, and everybody needs to, yes, everybody needs to understand this particular subject is key. Because when you are talking about interpersonal relationship, when you're talking about interpersonal skills, the skills that we need to be effective in relating with other persons, conflict management and emotional healing is key, is key. All right. So it's possible we resolve conflicts and yet emotional healing hasn't taken place. Okay. And when we resolve conflict and emotional healing has not taken place, it simply means that the emotional wound that we sustain after a conflict, we actually change our perspective to relationship with whoever has offended us, not just whoever has offended us, anybody in the similar situation, anybody in the similar in the similar shoes, or anybody near to us might even be partaker of whatever the response might be. And that's why it is very, very important that we don't only just get get conflict resolved. We also have to seek emotional healing. But however, let's start from the point of conflict. Some of us must have heard something called childhood trauma, all right? Or some of us must have heard something like baggages from the past. You are bringing baggages from the past into your relationship. You must have heard words like that. Okay, oh, my spouse came with a lot of baggages. You know, you might have heard maybe a friend or someone close to you use such words. Okay, because these words are very, very common, most especially uh, in day-to-day living and also in relationship. You hear words like uh, baggages. You hear words like uh, childhood trauma. Now, when you are talking about childhood trauma, you are talking about an, a particular hurt that you sustained while growing up, probably from your parents, a wound you sustained maybe from the way you were being parented, or a wound you sustained probably uh, uh, because of some other person's mistakes or error, or what other person do wrongly or do not even do at all. All right. So wounds that you sustain from those events could be tagged childhood trauma. Now, when you have something like this childhood trauma, you discover that some of the persons that caused you these pains, you are still in talking terms with them. In fact, some of them you don't even have conflicts with them. You know, you are in good relationship or you are in good talking time. Sometimes you even pick your phone and you say hi and hello to them. But yet, when you look very deeply, you still see that oh, you are still not healed from the wound, you know, their actions have caused you while growing up. And that's why you don't just resolve conflicts, you also must seek healing. So how do you resolve conflicts in a way, in such a way that brings healing? That is what we are talking about today in in this on the session today. Now let me also cite these examples. All right. Um, years back, okay, on my practice, years back, I had an experience, and this experience has been a consistent experience. I see this happen a number of times in counseling session. Okay, but then it was my first time of seeing such a thing, so it was kind of, kind of strange to me. All right, so a couple came around for counseling, and the husband was very expressive, explaining all that has happened in their relationship. So I asked them why they were there in therapy. So the husband explained why they were there. So I asked the wife the same question, and she brought up a diary or jotter, okay, and in this the diary was very big, and she was sobbing. Everything he has ever done to me since we met till date is there. Take, read. I cannot explain. Ah. Oh my, madam, oh, I can't read all of this. We have just an hour for this session. So definitely, I won't even be able to know. Uh, yes, Akinyele Tosin. Hi. Hello. Thank you for joining. Okay. So I was just like, ah, wow. Like, you're like, is there everything that the guy has said is there? I should keep reading. So after much persuasion, she was able to open and she was reading. And when she started, it was the turn of the husband to start to cry because the husband thought he has apologized for all of those offenses. So the fact that the lady still had them intact was very scary to him. Okay, and then it was during my first years of it, my first year of practice. So it was quite very strange to me. But of course, it's something I'm used to now. I see a number of that happen, most times in therapy. And of course, I'm much comfortable with it now, understanding that sometimes conflict is resolved, but the wounds are still very fresh, like yesterday. Okay, so because oftentimes not everybody understand how to actually resolve conflict in a way that brings healing to the wounded. Okay, so let's start from what conflict is so that we move very fast tonight. I welcome everybody. Please, if you are here, can you say hi? Can you say hello before I start the session very properly tonight? Say hello, say hi. Let me know you are joining me and let me know where you are joining me from. Yes, I see Akinyele Tosin. Thank you very much. I see Domi Bell. I see Bankole Omowumi. I'm grateful. And I also see Buki. Okay, so who else? I see Lucy Terren. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much. Okay, so please uh let me know that you are here. Okay, Rebecca, thank you. Blessing Akinpelu, thank you. Olamide Charles, thank you. Thank you. Yeyemi Adetayo, yes, good evening. Thank you for allowing me Damola. I'm gonna. Adequate shout out to you. Thank you very much. Could you please help to like the video? We just have 7 likes, and honestly, I'm praying and trusting God for 100 likes tonight. It's achievable. And of course, I see some of you that have not subscribed to our channel. Please kindly do that tonight so that subsequent section you keep getting notification. And not just only that, so that our number of subscribers also could increase. Please help us do that. Do me that favor. And please share the video. I beg you. Share the video. Yes, Mama Banky, I see you. Hi, hello. All right, so let's go to what conflict is. Conflict simply means misunderstanding. Bounce. No big English. Conflict is what misunderstanding. And when you're talking about misunderstanding, it could be misunderstanding of information, of ideas, of needs, of values, of gesture, of belief system, or goal between two persons or group of people. All right. So two persons or good group of people who misinterpret one another, ideas, information, values, gestures, goal, and what have you. Okay. So when this happen, when we have misunderstanding of any of those things I've mentioned, it simply means that there is uh, conflict in place. All right. So conflict is not the same thing as fight. All right. Conflict is not the same thing as, punching. All right. So, and conflict is not even a state of crisis. All right. So we have to understand all of this. All right. So now, moving very fast. Yes, real talk. Thank you. Hey, Z, thank you for coming. Good evening. Glad to have you in the house. Mama Jabi, I'm glad you are here. Thank you so much, Ma. Yes, can you help to like the video? Can you help to like? I'm watching the number of likes. Oh, we have 8 likes already. Please join yours, join yours. Yes, let me have yours. Okay, so moving very fast. There are three nature of conflicts. There are three nature of conflict. So I call it three hand of conflict. Okay. So when you understand these three hand of conflict, it's make you to see conflict in a very uh in a very wonderful perspective. Because honestly, conflict in itself is not bad. It is how you handle conflict that determine the impact it's going to have on your relationship. And that is what the three end of conflict is all about. So the end number one is that conflict is normal. Okay? Conflict is what? Normal. If you hear me, please put that on the screen. Conflict is normal in any marital relationship. And why is conflict normal? It is very normal because the two persons that are coming together in a marital relationship are coming from different background. Yes, Adetayo Yemi, thank you very much. Conflict is normal. I'm waiting for yours. Yes, Mama Omowumi, I'm waiting for yours. Rebecca, thank you. Yes, Mama Onofujabi, I'm waiting for yours. I'm waiting for yours. Yes, Olamide, I'm waiting. Domibe, I'm waiting. Tolulope, I'm waiting. Tosin, I'm waiting. Conflict is what? Normal in a marital relationship. And not just in a marital relationship, but in any relationship at all. Okay? Uh, it is just normal. And why? Because the two persons relating together have different background, they have different personality, uh, they have different exposure and experiences. Okay, so all of this put together makes conflict what? Normal in in a marital relationship or in any human relationship. So if you capture that, let me see it. Why is conflict normal in a marital relationship? Why is conflict normal in a marital relationship? I mentioned about 3 to 4 points. I said points number one, conflict is normal in a marital relationship because the two persons who are relating together are coming from what? One different background. Yes. Thank you, Rebecca. Different personalities. Yes, thank you, Rebecca. And another one is different exposure, different experiences. In fact, different association. Okay. So a number, and that's why you don't compare your marital relationship with any other persons. You know why? The two of you that make up your marital relationship is different from two of any other persons that make up their own marital relationship. So do you get that? So the two of me and myself and my husband making up my marital relationship is different from the two of you that make up your own marital relationship. Yes, Barrister Togo, that's my husband. Glad to have you on the call. Thank you for joining us. Okay, so yes, different traditions. That's real talk with Z, giving us another point of view. Thank you very much. Different traditions, exactly. So, because of all of these differences, it makes conflict very normal. So, if you are having conflict with your spouse in a marital relationship, it is very, very expected. And that does not indicate that both of you are not compatible. Not at all. No. The frequent, as in having um, having conflict in your marital relationship does not say that the two of you that make up that particular relationship are not compatible. In fact, let me let me blow your mind. A great marriage is not the one without conflict. Please quote me. A great marriage is not the one without conflict, but the one that has understand how to resolve its conflicts without having negative impacts on its relationship. Do you get that? A great marital relationship is not the one without conflict, but is the one that have learned over the years how to resolve its conflicts, without it having negative impacts on the relationship. Do you get that? If you get it, then say yeah, yeah, or you put the quotes on the screen, for others to see. All right. So I'm still on the number one hand, and that is conflict is normal. And the next one, the second hand, is that conflict is neutral. If you capture that, let me see. Conflict is neutral. In any marital relationship, conflict is neutral. And what do I mean by that? Conflict does not take any position. Yeah, thank you. Real talk with Z. Thank you, Z. Okay. Conflict is just neutral, meaning that it doesn't take any position. It doesn't take any position in human relationship. Okay, it's neither positive nor negative. Please, if you capture that, let me know. It is, yes, conflict is neutral. Thank you. Thank you, Lumide Charles. A great marital relationship isn't the one without conflict, but the one that has learned how to resolve conflict over the years without it causing what? uh, Negative impact on the relationship. Thank you, Olumide. That was beautiful. Yes, conflict is neutral. Thank you, Olumide. Thank you very much. All right, so moving very fast. Uh, Conflict is neutral. That is, conflict is not an indication that your marriage is not doing well. It doesn't take position. It is neutral, just like friction. How you resolve conflict is what determines the outcome is going to have on your relationship. Either it's going to be positive or it's going to be negative. Yes, thank you. The throne of the throne family girl child. Wow, thank you very much. The throne family girl child care. I celebrate you. Thank you for coming. Conflict is neither positive nor negative. Thank you. Thank you. You got it right. You got it right. Thank you very much. Okay, so conflict is just very neutral, just like friction. When two objects are coming together, it is very, very likely that there will be friction, and that is one of the best way to explain conflict. Whenever I have to teach this particular topic, one of the things I I usually say to my audience is that we should do a little experiment, okay? And it's an experience about, I mean, it's an experiment about friction, rather. So let's try it out wherever we are. Please don't allow your phone to fall down. No. Don't allow your phone to fall down. No. Please, I need to charge my laptop. Okay. So I want you to rub your two palm against one another. Rub it against, your two palm. Bring them together like you clap them together. Then let's rub them. Mm? Let's rub it vigorously. Let's go vigorously. I hope you are doing it. If you are doing it, say yeah, yeah. Don't let your phone fall down. I'm not there. Let somebody not come and say that I should come and buy iPhone, iPhone 17 Pro Max. All right, very good. I hope you are doing that. Very good. Now you can stop. You can hold it. Yes. Thank you. Thank you. If you partake in that experiment, I will know now. So, what do you observe? Yes, Tosin, thank you. So, what do you observe? Yes, real talk with Ted, with Zed. What do you observe? Thank you for partaking. So what do you observe? What do you observe? After rubbing the two palm against one another, sincerely be sincere. What do you observe? What do you observe? I'm waiting. Yes, somebody says moisture. Hmm. Moisture. Hmm. Okay, very good. That's this message is held for review. View message. I have to view. Okay, the Johnson TV. Hotness on the long run. Yes, yes, exactly, exactly. Thank you. Become warm and moist. Thank you. Olamide, there is warmth on both sides. Yes, good. Yes, Adepoju Tolulope, warm. Yes, exactly, exactly. Oh, yes. Opa says warmth. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Bro?
Yes, majority of us
Bro?
agree to it that
What's up,
warmth
bro?
was what was happening. All right. And why was the
Yes,
warmth happening? It was happening because there was what? Friction.
moist friction.
The two palms were rubbing
Rubbing on
against one
each other.
another. Friction was taking place.
But, but,
Exactly. Thank you.
testing one,
And
two,
becomes warm.
one, two,
Damilola
one,
Omolara,
two,
thank you
one, two,
very much.
one,
Thank you very much. I'm
one,
glad you
two,
made it.
one,
Okay, Adenike,
two,
the two
one,
hands
two.
was hot or warm. Thank you very much. Very correct. All right. And why was it so? It was so because of the friction. Yes, it was so because of the friction. Yes, Mama Onofi Jabi, conflict is neutral. Okay, and that is it. That is it. Just the way the two arms started rubbing on one another, and that caused friction to take place. The same way, when two individuals start coming together, there is likely to be what? Friction. When two individuals start coming together, friction is likely to what? To take place. All right, so very good, very good. I'm happy you get that. So that was the second uh end of conflict. That's the second end of conflict. The Jones, the Johannum TV. Thank you very much. I'm glad you joined us tonight. All right. Thank you, Malara. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. The Throne Family Girl Child Care. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Okay, so I'm going to give you the third one. The third hen is that conflict is natural. Conflict is natural, very natural, just like water, very natural. And by natural, I mean that conflict is what? Universal. It happens everywhere. Okay, when people engage in conflict, it is not because of their culture. Okay, it is not because of their tradition, it is not because of their skin color, it is not because of their territorial differences, it's not because of their race. It is because conflict is what? Universal. Conflict happens, is natural to take place in human relationships. Yes, thank you, Rebecca. It's natural that it takes place in what? In a human relationship. Adeyinka Shogo, I'm seeing you. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. All right. So, having established the fact that conflict is normal, natural, and what? And neutral. Let's go to the type of conflict that we have. Now, understanding the type of conflicts that we have will help you to be able to understand your spouse, and understanding your spouse will help you to understand the nature of conflicts that you have. And understanding the nature of conflicts that we have will help you to adjust to one another on the long run. All right. There's something in therapy, that in couples therapy, that we call uh, adjustment therapy. There's something in couples therapy that we call adjustment therapy. Okay. So when you kind of understand your types of conflict, it makes adjustment possible in your relationship. Hey, Mama Ogalade, thank you for joining me. Conflict is natural. Well done, Ma. Thank you. All right, so we have two types of conflicts. We have solvable and unsolvable conflicts. Okay, solvable and non-solvable conflicts. So if you capture that, let me know. Put it on the screen so that I will know you hear me right. Okay, so we have solvable conflict and non-solvable conflicts. Yes, thank you. Nature of conflicts help you to get adjustment exactly when you understand the type of conflicts and the nature of conflict you are having in your marital relationship. It helps you to put adjustments in place. Yes, very good. Yes, Olamide, I was waiting for that. Thank you very much. Solvable and non-solvable conflict. Exactly, exactly. Thank you very much. Mama Fijabi, I'm grateful. Thank you for your responses. Yes, exactly, exactly. The Throne Family Girl Child Care. Thank you very much, Ma. I see that. Mama Comfort, Show, Luboro Day, solvable and not solvable conflict. Thank you, Mama. All right, so moving very fast. Now, when we are talking about solvable conflicts, this is kind of conflicts that occurred in our marital relationship because of a tangible reason. You know, there is a tangible reason we are having that conflict. Probably there is third party interference, or probably there is infidelity, or probably there is a distance between, maybe physical distance between us and our spouse. So, solvable conflicts are caused by tangible conflicts, by tangible reasons or tangible events. Okay, let's put it that way. Solvable conflicts are indicated by what? By tangible events. So put that down so that I will know that you get it. Solvable conflicts are indicated by what? Tangible events such as infidelity, third party interference, maybe distance between the two parties, uh, uh, physical distance and what have you. So when you have uh, something like that, what you are having is what? Solvable conflicts. So we call that kind of conflict solvable because once you resolve that particular once you take care of the event, once you undo that event, you have the couple back to their normal love life. All right. For instance, maybe the conflict is caused by physical distance. Once the physical distance is taken care of, you see the conflict resolved. Or probably it is caused by infidelity. The moment you put them through infidelity recovery therapy, you see this couple come back and keep enjoying their relationship. Or probably it is caused by third party interference. The moment you put the third party in his or her place, you see this couple come back together, enjoying themselves. All right. So that is why we say solvable conflict is caused by what? Tangible events. So once you handle those tangible events or any of the tangible events or the tangible events that is causing the conflict, then you have the conflict what? Resolved. Do we get that? Yes, yes. Thank you very much. Yes, yes. Real talk with Z. Solvable conflicts are indicated by tangible events. Wow, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Solvable conflicts are indicated by tangible events such as infidelity. Thank you very much. Damilola, uh, solvable conflicts are indicated by tangible events. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Beautiful. I'm glad you got that. Okay, I'm so glad. Olumide, yes, thank you. I'm glad. Morayo Adenike, thank you. Thank you. Yes. I'm glad. I'm glad we are getting that. Okay. Yes, I'm glad we all got that. Okay. So let me move forward. Let me go forward. So now, having gotten that, let's look at non-solvable conflict or unresolvable conflicts. Non-solvable conflict. Now, we call this non-solvable conflict because the truth is it might never get resolved. So it continually gets thank you. I'm a good instructor. Oh, my head is swelling. Thank you so much at Thrill Talk with Zed. Oh, I'm blushing. See my cheek. Okay, so yes, non-solvable conflicts. Now, when you're talking about non-solvable conflicts, we call these non-solvable conflicts because these conflicts might never get resolved. All right. So the parties that are involved in that marital relationship, we just have to adjust. So as therapists, what we do in this kind of situation is that we put this kind of couple on personality adjustment therapy. All right. Because uh this kind of conflict is occurring from their personality. Do we get it now? Non-resolvable conflicts is not caused by tangible events. Rather, it is caused as a result of the personality differences of the spouse. Do we get that? So it is unresolvable because the personality of the spouse is what is bringing about the conflict. So what we do is that we put this kind of therapy, this kind of couple on personality adjustment therapy. All right. So that's that. So for instance, if you are yet to be married and you observe that you and your spouse, spouse to be, you and your spouse to be, you are having uh, conflicts. So what you should do first is to define that conflict. Is it solvable or non-solvable? For instance, if it is solvable, the moment you handle the causative events, then you have resolved the conflict permanently. But if it's non-solvable, it simply means that it is coming as a result of personality of that person or your own personality. So in that kind of situation, you may need to go for therapy. Do we get that? So that you can actually adjust, both of you can adjust because that kind of conflict choleric. I've done well to put all the um I've done well to talk about all the personality and how they relate to money, the opposite sex, and also how they relate with children. Okay, how their relationship in parenting and all of that. Okay, so now having said that, this way you are aware of what you can't hear me. Wow, what happened? Hello, can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Am I back now? Please, if you can hear me, let me know. It's on mute. Wow, I'm sorry. It's on mute. How come? Please. Ha, I don't know. Okay. Is it okay now? Can you hear me now? Ha. Oh my God. Please, can you hear me now? Maxwell, thank you. Yes. Oh, thank you, Tolu Molokpe. Thank you. Oh, thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay. Oh, oh, okay, okay. Thank you very much. I'm glad you can hear me now. All right. So let's continue. Please, if you know where up to the place you hear me, please let me know. But I will just continue now so that we save time. All right. So I said most importantly, I just said that um non-resolvable conflict comes as a result of personality differences. Yes, it comes as a result of personality differences. And we also call it perpetual conflict because the conflicts coming will always be perpetual. It will always be back to back. It will always be consistent because it's coming from the personality of the two persons involved in that marital relationship. All right. So it's important you know the nature of your conflicts so that you understand how to deal with it. Now, what are the causes of marital relationship? I mean, what are the sources of conflict in marital relationship? I will not dwell well on this because of time. They are just wrong foundation, insecurity, offenses, poor communication. I'm looking forward to uh, do some stuffs on communication maybe very soon. So now, what are the negative way we must not handle conflicts? Yes, Musurayo Adenike, thank you very much. Yes, thank you, Barrister Togun. All right, so moving very fast. Now, when you know the negative approach to handling conflicts, it will help you to know how to resolve conflicts without leaving emotional wound behind. Okay, so when you understand the negative ways of handling conflicts, then it becomes easy for you to avoid them. And when you are able to avoid them, then it also now brings to you the ability to resolve conflicts in such a way that it does not sustain any emotional wound. Yes, thank you, Fedolako. All right. So, what are these negative ways of handling conflicts? The very first one is avoiding it. Somebody will say, yes, now let's avoiding conflicts so that we don't get into trouble. No, that is not how not to get into trouble. When you avoid conflicts, it simply means you are not talking about it, and when you are not talking about it, when you are not bringing up to the table, the other person is wounded, is hurting, and it simply means that you are ignoring the other person. All right. So another one is competing. Now, let me say this: people avoid conflict because they are afraid of it being escalated, and they are afraid of it being escalated because they don't understand how to resolve conflicts. Please don't forget to help us like this video. Yes, please. Don't forget to help us like this video. I only see 7 like. Please, let's do well to like more. If you are here to like the video, please like it. Please like it. All right, so that we can have more likes. Thank you very much. All right, so now the next one is competing. So here, somebody wants to win over the conflicts. Like, you want to get the sorry, that is, you want to get the apology. All right, so you must win because you feel that you deserve the what, the apology. In that way, that is competition. you know the other person is looking at it that I must win this conflict, while the another party is also waiting to what, to get the apology. All right, and win the what's it called, the the conflicts. They are seeing it as a competition. Now, where somebody is wanting to win, the two people hurting should be heard. The two of you should be heard. In fact, conflict that is well reserved actually bring about win-win. You win, your husband or wife also wins. That is a conflict that is well reserved. It simply means that you are heard and the other person too is heard. Your pain is heard and the pain of the other person is heard. And both of you are willing to adjust. And that is a conflict that brings about what? Total resolution. Both of you, you become a winner. All right, so if you capture that, let me know. How to know if your conflict is well reserved? It is that you win and the other party also does what? Wins. That is, the two party involved in that marital relationship or in that conflict situation is wins, win, win, win. The two party wins. The two party win. All right, so the next wrong way you shouldn't have undo conflict is ignoring it, and that's similar to avoiding it. Ignoring it as if it never matters, as if it never happened. So the other person feels rejected, abandoned that way, and feel uncared for emotionally, and the other person also feels yes, the other person feels emotionally drained that way. Okay, and feel emotionally dismissive. That is, his or her emotion become dismissive and not valid. All right, so that is what ignoring conflict does. So it brings about more emotional wounds. Okay, however, another one is outburst. This one, it has, the conflict has gotten escalated, so there is an outburst. Yes, thank you. Total resolution is win-win. Yes, thank you, ma. Damilola, avoiding it, competing. Yes, competing. Yes, ignoring is also part of it. Yes, wrong way of handling conflict. Exactly. Thank you, Dami. Okay, exactly. So please, I mentioned avoiding competing, ignoring outbursts, blaming game. Blame game. Both of you start blame game. You are wrong. You are wrong. You are the one that is wrong. The way Adam and Eve did. It was the woman that was wrong. It was the snake that was wrong. The serpent that actually did it. That kind of pushing blames. Okay, that's a very wrong way to handle conflict. It doesn't allow the persons involved to heal. It leaves behind the emotional wound. All right, and another one is triangulate. That is, you face one another instead of facing the issue at the base. The issue is what is sustaining the argument. So don't face one another, rather face the issue at the at the bottom, at the bottom. Okay, and that's way, if you keep if you keep triangling, what happens is that you sustain emotional wound even after you have resolved the conflict. When you have an outburst, what happens is that you sustain emotional wound even after you have resolved the conflict. When you are competing, eventually, there is no more conflict. It's possible the other person just allow you to win. So the conflict seems to have been resolved. However, there's still emotional wound. All right. If you are ignoring it, you get to a point, probably both of you stop talking to one another, and eventually you resolve and you start talking to one another back. Now, what happens is that eventually you resolve all of that. The conflict is no more. You guys are in talking time. However, the wound is sustained in the process. All right. So now, so how do you resolve conflicts that eventually you won't sustain emotional wound? You will be healed, and your partner will be healed. And so the conflict now happens. I mean, it now appears as if the conflict never happened. And one thing now that happens in my marriage is this: myself and my husband, uh, of course, we do conflict, yeah, because conflict, in fact, brings growth. Conflict brings understanding. Conflict is not negative, like I said the other time. It is how you handle it that determines uh, the impact it's going to have on your relationship. Now, so for instance, there are times that myself and my husband we conflict, and the issues we've conflicted on minor issues before, and we have conflicted on big and major issues before. Okay, and it's funny that even in our marriage today, those big issues that we have conflicted over before, we still talk about them. No, we still talk about them, and this time around we talk and we are still analyzing it, not in a very bad belly manner. We just refer to it that, like, what happened that day. Okay, this that we just talk about it, no pains, nothing. We are free to talk about the conflict because it was well resolved. Do we get it? There was no wound that is left, and that was why it was easier for us to always go back to it, talk about it. We just keep talking. We just bring it up. Somebody might just be talking, one of us will just be talking, we just reference it. Not that we are fighting, probably just like, maybe we see a situation that is similar to what has happened before, and we had a conflict around that particular issue before. We just bring it up, like this issue that we had at a particular point in time. This particular case seems similar to it. We just talk it over again. We could revisit at any point in time without pains, without hurt. So that is example of a conflict that is well resolved. All right. You can always talk about that conflict. You can always talk about it without pains, without wounds, because it was well resolved. For instance, if you sustain an injury and it heals very well, you can always brush over it. Do you understand? Like, for instance, I have a scar here. I can always touch it and there is no more pains, okay, because it was properly healed. So you can always refer to it. You can always talk around it. Nobody is walking on the eggshell around that issue. Everybody is free to talk about it at any point in time, and it does not steer any further conflict. That is an indication of a conflict that has been resolved well without what? Sustaining emotional wound. Do we get that? So how do we attain this? All right. Number one, okay. Let me just say that number one, you have to understand that when conflict happen in your marriage, the fault is not just the fault of your spouse. The two of you that is involved in that relationship has contributed to that conflict. Okay? Just like the experiments we did the other time, the two ham, the two palms rather, were the one causing the conflicts. Yes, you can talk about it without anger. No pains. Yes, mama. Yes, real talk with Z. With Z. Yes, thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much. You got it. You got it. You nailed it. Thank you very much. All right. So now, how do you resolve conflicts that it brings about emotional healing? How do you resolve conflict in such a way that it brings about emotional healing? Number one, you have to know that conflict cannot happen in your marital relationship without your contribution. So definitely you contributed to it. So you are not going to be pushing the blame. You are not going to be playing blame game. Both of you involved in that marriage or in that relationship, either marital, either friendship, either work relationship or whatever relationship, you know that one way or the other you have contributed to that conflict. All right. So now, and once you know that you have contributed to that conflict, then uh okay, please help me with more data. Okay, sorry about that. uh okay, sorry about that. I was getting notification from empty hen. Empty hen wants me to load more data. All right, please help me out, Aditayo. Okay, so moving very fast. So once you know that you have contributed to that conflict, then one of the things you have to do is to initiate the resolution. In fact, a conflict that will be well reserved starts with the offended making way for the what? For the resolution. So the offended first starts, initiated the process of conflict resolution. The offended, not the offender, the offended. All right. Here, let me go. Let me cite some examples in one of the. Let me cite examples from the scriptures. All right. For instance, the very first conflict ever recorded in the Bible was a conflict between God and man. God was the offended, but it was God that moved the motion, that moved the motion for resolution. Okay, it was God who moved the motion for resolution. All right. Another conflict was the conflict between uh, Lot and Abraham. Abraham was the offended, and he was forced to bring about the matter. It was the first to bring about the what? The conflict. It was the first to talk about it. All right. And we have many more like that. For instance, the case of the prodigal son and the father. The Bible says even when the father was coming from afar, when the son was coming from the afar off, the father has sighted him. And what did he do? He moved towards him. He ran towards him to embrace him, to make him understand that, okay, there is ground for what? For resolution. All right. So because the offended is already afraid and the offended does not even know how to go about it. All right. So the offender rather, in a situation where the offender is aware, the offender is already, you know, afraid in some cases of how to go about it. But we have some offenders that are very deliberate about what they are doing. Actually, they know what they are doing. It does not just matter to them. However, you could still pick it up and talk about it as the offended, so that you don't continuously get offended. So how do you talk about it? All right. So the process through which you talk about conflict, the process through which you resolve conflict without sustaining emotional injury is through the process of assertive communication. Through the process of what? Assertive communication. Yes, you can talk about it without anger, no pain. Okay, that's what Mama said the other time. All right, so yes, thank you very much. So, uh, I said there is a process through which you can resolve conflicts without pains, you know, without emotional wound being sustained. And I said that process is called assertive communication process. Please, if you get that, let me see it on the screen. Assertive communication process is the process through which is a process of communication. Assertive communication is a process of communication in which you are able to demand for your rights or for the rights of others without using negative words on the other person, without putting down the ego of the other person. So, yes, assertive communication process. Thank you very much. All right, whereby you talk about your pains, you can talk about uh, your wounds without using negative words on the other person, without touching the ego of the other person. That's the process of assertive communication. All right, so and when you do this and when you are talking about your pains, you start by talking about uh, your parts of the conflict. For instance, sweetheart, please, when there is conflict, I want to beg you, don't take away the bridge, okay? Don't take away the bridge when there is conflict. Do you hear that? Don't take away the bridge. Taking away the bridge might involve, taking away the bridge might involve blocking the person on all social media handles. Taking away the bridge might involve stopping the pet's name for your spouse. I could remember when I first got married then, when my husband offends me, I used to call him sweetheart. I would just switch to his name, Tony. Who is like this? Who is like that? Let me see your hand up. You just switch to the person's name. If it's your sister, you just remove the auntie, the brother that is attached to the name, and you start calling the person by his or her name. If it's your pastor, you just say brother. Okay. Oh yeah, raise up your hand. Let me see you. Let me see you. All right. So very good. Yes. Yes. Who is this wonderful person? Yes, Muturai Adenike. Thank you. Assertive communication is the process of communicating conflict without sustaining emotional injury and hurting the other party's ego. Wow, beautiful, beautifully said. In fact, I like the way you craft it out. It's even better than the way I put it. Very good, beautiful. All right, so do we get that? So you don't touch on the whole ego of the other person. When you touch on the ego of the other person, the conflict is going to get escalated. There is no way. There's no way it will get escalated. So it's important you talk about, what you need to talk about, and please still protect the ego of the other person. It might be very difficult, and that's why it's important we all learn emotional management. The truth is, we are all emotional beings. We are all emotional beings, and of course, there are times you get angry and you are even surprised at yourself, like, me ke Tosin, well done. People can offend you. You are in flesh. In fact, In fact, some persons have touched on my toes today. People will offend you. You are human, okay? And it is normal to react, okay? However, uh, in your reaction is important. When you overreact, you should also know it, okay? And it's important we put emotions under control. Sometimes it's difficult, but however, when we are mindful of it, it becomes easier. Okay, it becomes easier. All right, so assertive communication help you to actually come to the point where you can communicate your pains without touching on the ego of the other person. All right, so this way you are going to resolve emotional you are going to resolve conflict without sustaining emotional pains. All right, so process of assertive communication. Oh, oh, okay, can you still hear me please? Oh, can you still hear me please? Can you hear me? Oh, okay, thank you very much. Okay, hello, can we hear me please? Can we hear me please? Oh, okay, thank you very much. Oh, okay, thank you, Maxwell. That's pretty too. Okay, that's good. All right, so now you are aware of the pains of the other person. You are not dismissive. You know, you are able uh to to understand the pain of the person. For instance, the person like me now, if you offend me and you are just telling me you are sorry, it looks, you know, you are not even hearing me out. You are not even understanding my pain points and you are telling me you are sorry. It's kind of, it sent a note of dismissive, emotional dismissive to me. All right, so I just feel like you're going to do the same thing another time. But however, if you tell me that this is what you are trying, you feel I'm trying to say, and you understand this which I'm trying to say, and you are apologizing for it and you will not do it again, yes, that communicates it for me. You know, that shows it for me. All right, so if you're just saying I'm sorry, I'm just like in my head, it looks as if shut up, shut up, shut up. That's what you are saying to me. Do we get it? Like you are trying to shut me up emotionally. That's what you are doing to me. All right, that's for me. So it's important you understand you are emotionally aware of the pain of the other person, okay? And also when you are emotionally aware of the pain, so you start your discussion by touching on that particular pain of that person. I understand this is the pain. I understand this is what you expected of me that I did not do. Okay, I apologize for it. However, this is what caused my action. This is what you also do that made it difficult for me to understand what you were trying to say, or this or that. Do we get it now? So not that you are telling me I am sorry first. Okay, so I'm sorry does not carry the complete apology. Some of us must have heard me say something like, don't tell me you are sorry, don't tell me you are sorry. And that is coming because I am sorry does not carry a complete uh, apology. Do we get it now? I'm sorry could be dismissive. It could be, you know, just keep quiet, just keep quiet. All right, so when you are truly sorry, you identify the pain, you identify with the pain of that person, you talk from the pain of that person. I understand this is the pain you are trying to communicate, and I am sorry I make you feel the way you feel. Okay, next time I will do it better. However, this is what you did that made me to respond that way, or this thing were not in place. If they were in place, I would have done better. Do we get it now? So that make the other person to understand where you are coming from. Then that way,
my emotion becomes validated. I understand that you understand my pains. My pains become validated, and I am totally healed in the process. Do we get it now? So when we resolve the conflict, it is totally resolved. However, if it is just I'm sorry, and you never identify with the pain of the other party, the conflict is still there, unresolved. So you hear the person saying something like, "That is how you did in the year 2013," and you are wondering, 2013 care. Shebi I told you I was sorry. You are not a forgiving person. So you label the person. You are not forgiving. Not that the person is not forgiving. It is simply because the person felt emotionally dismissive. All right, emotionally unvalidated. So the pains is still there even after the conflict is resolved. So it's very, very important that we understand all of this, and this way we can bring total healing. Conflict must to happen. In fact, conflict is part of human relationship. Conflict will for sure happen in any human relationship. However, it is important that when we are resolving the conflict, we are more conscious about not dismissing the emotion of the other person, validating the emotion of the other person, and ensuring that you are able, to to uh, you are able to understand the emotional pain of that person. So that way the emotion of that person becomes validated, the pains of that person becomes validated, and healing takes place easily even after you have resolved the conflict. Please let me know if you understand what I've said. Let me know if you understand what I've said, and also let me know in case you have any questions. So I must say thank you for joining me tonight. Let me wrap it up here. We've really had a very great time. This is 1 hour 20 minutes into the session. Wow. It's a great one. All right, so I must say thank you for staying up even up till now. It's massive, and that's that means a lot to me. Okay, so let's talk about our questions. I know we will have lots of questions tonight. So let me take our question in 1 minute. Yes, Musurayo Adenike, thank you very much. Yes, Maxwell, thank you. I appreciate. Akin Yele Tosin, hear you clearly. Thank you very much. Then, yes, we can hear you. Thank you, Z Word. Olalekan Joshua, oh, thank you for joining. Thank you for greeting me. Damilola saying yes. Thank you very much. What are you saying yes to, Damilola? Olalekan Joshua, you're saying yes. What are you saying yes to? Do that mean that you understand me very well? All right, I want to believe that yes is validating the understanding of the session tonight. I want to believe so. All right. Thank you very much. I appreciate all of us for joining in. So let me take question now. Let me take question that will tell me that you really understand, or probably contribution or reaction. Just say something. Just say something, please, so that I will know you get what we have done tonight. Yes, yes, yes. I'm waiting for questions, reactions. Yes, questions, reactions. I'm waiting. Questions, reactions. I'm waiting. I'm waiting. Please, am I still live? Can you hear me, please? Oh, okay. Thank you very much. I'm waiting for questions. So, do that mean that we all understand? Uh, so, in conclusion, conflict is inevitable in any human relationship, be it marital, be it relationship, uh, workplace, conflict is inevitable. However, the impact is determined by how we handle it. Yes, I understand what you said. Thank you very much. Yes, real talk with Z. I appreciate you. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Oyeyemi Adetayo, how do you resolve conflict when both parties believe they are right? And thank you very much, Adetayo. This is a very sensitive question. When the both party believe that they are right, of course, their feelings is valid. Each person's feelings is valid. Each person's emotions is valid. People has right to their emotions. However, the maturity now comes in if the two parties can just tell one another, I am truly sorry that I make you to feel the way you feel. This way the conflict becomes totally resolved. All right, and that's why really want to tell you to please help share this video to people you feel will need it. Okay, so and it will go a long way in helping them. So if both party can just be willing to really apologize and validate each other's feelings and pains, that's make a lot of sense. Yes, that will really really help in resolving the conflict. Thank you, Adetai. I don't know if I answer your question. Please let me know if I answer your question. All right, any more questions? Do we have any more questions? Any more questions? Aditya, do I answer your question, please? Yes, you did answer. Thank you very much, Aditya. I'm happy I could help you in such a manner. Thank you. All right, so let's. Okay, so I have another question. What if the partner feels they are the victim and refuse to be accountable? Okay, do I understand this question? What if the partners what if the partner feel they are the victim and refuse to be accountable? Ah, please, real talk with Z. Can you help me to understand this question? Yes, thank you. I'm happy you could hear me. I don't understand this question. I wish you could voice. That's an imitation of this platform. I wish you could just voice the question. Okay, maybe you are trying to say, let me see if I will get it. What if the partner, maybe one of the partner feels he or she is the victim and refuse to be accountable? What do we mean by accountable? Hmm? Okay, I refuse to be held accountable. Okay. I think I understand it now. What if one of the parties feels that he or she is the victim, probably in a case of domestic abuse now? All right, maybe the survivor already feels that, okay, I'm the receiver of this abuse here, so I can't I can't hold up to the fact that I contributed. No matter what I've done, I don't deserve, to be hit, to be heated. All right. Yes, in a matter like that, in that way, both parties might need uh, professional services. They may need a therapy to really step in, to validate the survivors, the survivor, the survivor party. Probably we're talking about physical abuse now. The survival of that particular physical abuse needs to be well validated, of course, and in a professional settings, the whole conflict will be well diagnosed, and both parties will see where they are contributing to the conflict, and each other that way could validate one another feelings and pains, and healings will begin from there. All right, so that's another thing that could happen. So please, real talk with Z, let me know if I got it and if I answer your question. Please let me know if I answer your question. Okay, so while I'm waiting for Z, Real Talk with Z, while we are waiting for him or her to respond, if I've answered the question very well, I sincerely want to appreciate everyone who joined us tonight. Please, like I begged you to do, please help share the video to other persons that you feel might need it. Help us like the channel. Please subscribe if you are yet to subscribe. I beg you, please subscribe so that we have a number of persons that will be watching this. All right, and also this particular session is coming up every second Monday of every month. So you can always look forward to it. We trust God that next month also will be live like this. So please join us. Okay. So thank you, Ray Talk with Z. A partner refusing to be accountable, like refusing to acknowledge there is a problem. All right, yes, this kind of partner might need professional help to see, where he or she is contributing to that particular conflict, or to that particular situation in the marriage. Okay, so therapy session might be needed for a couple like this. Thank you very much. Real Talk with Z. All right, so please let me know if I answer your question. All right, so like I was saying, next edition of the program will be coming up second week in December. So please get ready to be part of it. Share the link immediately you get the notification so that we can all be ready. It's going to be wonderful. It's going to be wonderful, honestly. All right, so I'll see you next month. Thank you very much for waiting up to this time. Real Talk with Z. Do I answer your question? Yes, Mama Mafri Javi. Oh, thank you. You're still here up till now. I appreciate you, ma. I appreciate you, ma. All right. So please let me know. Let me know if I answer your question at Real Talk with Z. Okay. So thank you very much, everyone. Thank you. Yes, you answered my question. Oh, thank you. Thank God. Thank God. I'm happy I'm able to do that. Okay, so thank you, everybody. It's a beautiful night, and I want to say thank you for joining. If you are still here, can you please wish me a very good night? I wish you a very good night and a beautiful night rest. So please wish me the same. I promise not to dream of you. All right, so good night, everybody. Yes, I read your comments. I will go back to see you telling me good night. All right, good night. Thank you, Ashok Cancer Clinic. Oh, thank you. Olushola Onofujavi. Have a restful night. Amen. Amen. Okay. Real Talk with Z. Oh, Zainab. Wow, thank you very much. Thank you, thank you. I'm happy you have subscribed, Zainab. That's beautiful. Thank you for joining us. All right, so good night. Yes, thank you, Maswell. Good night, sweetie. Thank you. Aditayo, good night. Amen. Amen. Thank you, Aditayo. I appreciate everybody. Thank you for wishing me a restful night. I wish you the same. Bye for now. Please don't forget to like the video if you are yet to do that. Don't forget to share the video. Thank you, Omolara Damilola. Don't forget to please subscribe to the channel if you are yet to do that. All right. Thank you, everybody. Good night. See you next month by God's grace. Oh, I don't know how to stop this. Where do I stop? Just end it like that.
Video. Okay.
It's okay.